Hey there Patriots, hope you're doing well. And real quick, before the video begins, I want to make some things clear, and I want to give thanks to Optimus for making the videos he made to help me catch up on all the stuff that happened with Pokimane and the drama she's gotten herself into. And look, I know I'm a little late to this whole thing, but I haven't really had the time to be working on videos more than I'd wish to. So yeah, I highly recommend you watch his videos about the whole thing if you want to get more into the criticism of her and the shit she's done, and I'll be linking his videos in the description down below. But this video isn't really going to be about criticizing her as a person. Actually, I want to criticize her cookies, as funny as that sounds. But I want to break them down and explain to you guys as to why I think they are a scam. So before I do, I want to clarify that this video is not a hate video, and nor do I condone any sort of actual hate and any harassment to her. I also am not a Pokimane hater myself. Though I will admit, I've never really liked her as a person, I don't really care about the content she streams, but at the same time, I don't seethe and foam at the mouth when I see Pokimane. So whether you are a hater or a fan of Pokimane and want to watch a video of someone hating on her to either validate your hate or to rush to her defense, you'll be greatly disappointed either way. And I am also by no means a professional trainer or dietitian. However though, I have been doing the whole fitness and diet thing for almost 10 years now, so while I may not have any training or academic background, I do have a decent amount of experience when it comes to comparing foods and whether they are worth choosing or not if you're trying to lose weight and live a healthier life. But real quick though, and I know this doesn't apply to all streamers, I'm mainly talking about these streamers who are fucking annoying, egotistical shitbrain morons like Pokimane, Hassan, XQC, and so on. But holy fuck man, do you big streamers ever wonder why you guys get universally clowned on by lots of people? Look, I have no problem with these big streamers making products to sell to their fan base to make money. Hell, I'm all for it. If you want to make a business and sell a product, good for you. But when these people do end up making a product that's just very clearly a scam or just not worth what their price are offering, and you get called out for it and your response is to call them broke, racist, sexist, or whatever you use to deflect any responsibility and criticism, you're fucking scum and pathetic. And for context as to why I'm saying this, Pokimane was being criticized for her shady business practices with her cookie brand, and her response was this.
Like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Like holy shit man, you streamers that live on your high horse need to come down to fucking earth. And I think this response very clearly establishes what she thinks of her fans. She only sees her fans as money printers and she expects you to pay her bills. And quite honestly, I'm not sure what's more pathetic, her expecting her fans to pay her bills or people willing to defend her. But as I said, I'm not here to criticize her. I'm here to criticize her cookies because she claims that she wanted to make these cookies that are healthy. And as I'm criticizing these, I also want to show you some snacks that are not only healthier than her cookies, but are also cheaper. You get more and you'll actually lose weight by eating these. So as you can see here, I have pulled up the nutritional values of her cookies. And there are a few things you need to take into consideration when you look at food's nutrition labels. Some of the things you need to take into consideration are the calories per serving, the nutrient values per serving, and the serving amount that the whole package offers. The ingredients of what a product is made of is completely up to you and whether you actually care if the product is made with natural ingredients only or not. Of course, I do recommend that you eat as much natural ingredient foods as possible. However though, something that these food industries have lied about is that ingredients determines the healthiness of foods. Because ultimately, I think Pokimane's definition of healthy is a little different than my definition. Pokimane's definition of healthy is food that doesn't make her feel bad after eating it. And while the definition isn't totally wrong, my definition is food that will make you feel like shit and will help you lose weight. And I feel like many of you will agree more with my definition of healthy than her definition. Anyway, back to breaking down the nutritional values of her midnight cookies. If we look at the nutrition value of these cookies, per serving you get 9 grams of fat, and 3.5 grams of those fats are saturated fats, which by the way are currently being studied on and whether or not they have negative effects on your health. I'll post a link to a study I read about this whole topic if you'd like to see for yourself. Then we have cholesterol as 0 milligrams per serving, which is actually really good. And 75 milligrams of sodium is nothing very substantial. You're not going to go overboard with your sodium intake on these. Total carbohydrates at 14 grams per serving, which is about average for a sweet type snack. Dietary fiber at 2 grams per serving, serving, again nothing crazy, but I guess it's better than no fiber. And each serving has 8 grams of sugar. Again, not actually terrible for a sweet type of snack. Then with 2 grams of protein along with some very small and honestly insignificant amounts of vitamins per serving. So after breaking down what is in per serving of our cookies, you're probably wondering why I'm calling these a scam. Because while the nutrition values in these are better than what you'll see in something like an Oreo or a Chips Ahoy, the thing is at the end of the day it's still a cookie. There is way too much fat per serving. And even though per serving is 7 cookies, let's be real, who's only going to be eating 7 of these cookies? It also doesn't help with the fact that these things are small and come in small packaging. Per package has about 4 servings. Now let's do some math here. Per package has about 500 calories per serving. You may not think that's a lot, but one small package has the amount of calories of a small meal, but lacks the nutritional value variety of a small meal. And you're probably saying, but it's a snack. Of course it's not going to have the nutritional value of a small meal, and while my counter argument to that is just eat a small meal instead. If you're someone like me who just can't eat the serving amount listed that's on the label and has to eat the whole bag instead because you're a fiend, you're going to get fat off of these. Because as I mentioned before, not only do these have a shit ton of fat in them, they're also highly palatable because of that. And in case you don't know what that means, it basically means it's easy to eat and easy for your body to ingest, making you want to eat more of it. If I were tasked with making a healthy snack cookie that could actually help you lose weight, this is what I would do. I would suck out some of the fat and replace it with protein, and I'll explain the reason for this. Between fats, carbs, and protein, fats have 9 calories per gram, meanwhile carbs and protein have 4. And unlike carbs and fats, protein has a high thermic effect in the digestion process. And what that means is your body will consume more energy to digest the protein. If you want my advice on what you should do if you want to find food or snacks that are healthier and will help you lose weight, this is what I would do along with some snacks I will recommend. First, always check the nutritional values of your food. Don't take this as me saying fats are bad, because they're not, and it's very vital you get healthy fats in your diet as they play a very important role in hormone production and other important functions to your body. However, when it comes to snack foods, I'd recommend staying away from those high in fat, as not only are they unnecessarily high in calories, but they're highly palatable. And instead, I would go for things that are reduced in fats and high in protein when possible. So these are things like jerkies, protein bars, powdered peanut butter, and things that aren't necessarily high in protein but lower in calories are things like lightly buttered popcorn, and baked chips are some of my favorite lower calorie snacks that are not only delicious but much cheaper and cost way less than Pokimane's cookies. The 2 brands of chips that are my favorite are the Lay's baked cheddar and sour cream chips and the Popcorner spicy queso. So with all that said, I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this video. Again, this is not a hate video, even though I don't like Pokimane much as a person because I simply think she's a toxic human being. But I still hold no ill will against her, and I do not condone any sort of hate or harassment done to her. You're perfectly fine criticizing her based on her actions of her character, but let's just keep it that way. And again, I want to thank Optimus for making the videos he made going over the drama and making the educational videos he made digging deeper into the shittiness of her business practices, which again I will be linking in the description down below, along with the study I mentioned going over the effect of fats in your diet. So with all that said, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you when the next video drops.